New guitar day. This one is still wet from being delivered by FedEx on a yucky day. This is going to be a neat one because Goodwill. I actually got this from Goodwill.com, which is basically like an eBay for Goodwills around the country. And I've never ordered from them before this way. I have no idea what we're looking at here, other than the pictures I saw online, which were pretty good. It looked like it was together pretty well. So we're going to see, and you're going to come along with me as we figure out how we did here. I gotta say, the packing is amazing on it. Nice job, Goodwill. This is serious packing. Yeah, it is. This is actually kind of shocking. Dudes. Casio. This is the original box, and you're thinking, Guitar Day, Casio. Oh yes, we're talking about a Casio. Wow, I can't believe this. Original box. This was not listed in the advertisement. Super cool. And what we got here is the Casio MG-510 MIDI guitar. So this guitar is a MIDI controller. I will be able to hook this one up to a computer, or to just a keyboard via MIDI cables, and I'll be able to have all of the sounds of a keyboard at my disposal. That alone sounds pretty cool to me. But the thing about this guitar that most people don't know is that it's actually, wow. Look at this. I don't know what's that. There it is, in its original box, original packaging. The thing I was going to say about this guitar that most people don't realize is that this, you think it's a Casio and you just want to go, oh, it's a Casio, whatever. No, this thing was made at the same factory that produced the high-end Ibanez guitars in the 80s. This is 1987. And produced the Fender Stratocasters back in the day. So this is actually supposed to be an amazing guitar just as a guitar. I have no idea if it works. I know they don't know if the MIDI works because they had no way of testing it, or they tried to do the MIDI out through the regular cable, and of course you're not going to get a sound that way. I gotta say, I'm pretty psyched about this and the potential it has. Cross your fingers that it actually plugs in and works. Alright, as usual, we'll find out together whether this works or not. I haven't even tuned it. This is out of the box. Let's see if it works. There we go. Looks like we got some dirty pots. Alright, man, we're gonna get that cleaned up, but that does work. That's dirty. That's easy to fix. Look at that. Just like that, a little back and forth. The way I understand this is we got our volume here. This should be a coil splitter for that guy right there. Normal toggle tone switch. It's actually in tune out of the box from Goodwill. Who would have guessed? Almost. Well, that is pretty awesome. Now we'll have to test the MIDI out. Well, this is something we did not expect. There are two screws that come out of here, which I already took out. Looking at the battery compartment for the first time to run the MIDI. Those are the original batteries. The original batteries from 1987. So the thing with these old Casios, they were pretty remarkable instruments back in the day, and this was about $1,000 in the 1980s. I mean, just imagine, that's probably what, 2 or 3 grand these days for this guitar. But the thing that goes wrong with them often is the capacitors inside can dry out, is what I've heard. So I suspected this one, with its original box and everything, would be dried out capacitors and would not do the MIDI unless you replace all the capacitors inside. To my surprise, though, this one actually works. I'm actually shocked. The thing about it, though, is that one of the strings is not working. And that would be the A string. Now, if I hit it a bunch of times, it kind of comes in, but you can hear it's a little funky. The E string's still working good. So the whole thing is just a pretty awesome exercise in 80s technology, and honestly, I haven't heard of a MIDI controller in a guitar form that does it better than this at this point. Even the latency isn't that bad. It's even got an octave shifter on it, so that as you're playing, those are the same notes. So the whole thing, of course, could be a little bit unforgiving in a sloppy guitar sense, because, you know, if you miss a note, it's going to note. But I think for my needs, this thing is unbelievable. It even has a little tuner in there, which is, of course, pretty important. Anyway, I'm thrilled with this. I got lucky. Goodwill did a hell of a job packaging it. These go anywhere from, probably $400 to $600 these days, sometimes more if they're in really nice shape. They made a model above this that had a built-in sounds. This has got to be MIDI'd out, and I'm using the Roland JDXi right there behind me to power it. I tell you what, if I can get that A string figured out, I am really surprised. This was definitely a win. The other thing I could do is, I didn't tell you, but you can blend it so that I could actually have my guitar playing through at the same time that I'm playing this. So just one more cool feature. You could use it as just a little guitar doubler, which is probably how I'll use it a lot. Alright, there you go. The Casio MIDI guitar. If you can find one, snag it. So I've got this hooked up to GarageBand, and I'm using the virtual instruments, the drum set. Now the cool thing is the A string is actually kind of broken, so it does a weird thing where it goes like this. Right? It just randomizes it. So I try to work that into a drum beat, and that's what we have here. Here comes the randomizer. You'll hear a bit over here. Adding a little chaos theory to this thing.